Hi everyone, it's Reagan and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be filming a video I haven't done in a minute, and that's going to be a things I'm loving right now. I used to be in a really good habit of doing a monthly favorites. It kind of fell out of that, so I figured I would make a video kind of wrapping up all the things I have been loving that are not book related over the past like 3 or 4 months. I always love making these videos because it gives me an opportunity to chat through things like music and movies and fashion and just other items that I personally love and might not chat about a lot on my channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm actually gonna start with fashion items, and I'm going to be chatting through first a pair of shoes. If you're gonna take one recommendation from me in this video, especially if you live in a cold climate, please take this one. I want to say about, oh goodness, like 2 months ago now, I bought a pair of fleece-lined Doc Marten Chelsea boots, and this has been a life game changer. It's cold in the north. That is something I've discovered as someone who moved here from the south. And the other thing I've kind of realized is like ankle coverage, very important, but for me personally, I don't particularly love wearing like snow boots on a daily basis, but I wanted something with like good traction and warmth and just like ease, ability to like throw on every day and wear it to work. So enter in the Doc Marten. These are so warm and you can put wax on them to make them pretty waterproof as well. The fleece is all throughout it, so there's absolutely no break-in. The rubber sole has so much traction against like snow and ice. These are just a really great everyday shoe. Obviously, if there's like a lot of snow, I'll throw on the old snow boots, but for something like an everyday wear, I wear these like 6 out of the 7 days of the week. They're just my favorite shoe of the winter. They're so comfortable, they're so easy, and most importantly, they're warm because I'm always cold. All right, so moving on to some clothing items I have been loving that are not shoe related, and pretty much the theme is the same, and that is warmth. I'm just looking to be warm and comfortable, especially now trying to get through the last few months of winter. I just want things that will like keep me cozy, cute, simple. The first item I'm gonna show off honestly is like basic, but it's also the perfect version of the sweater I've ever come across, and that is this gray knit balloon sleeve sweater. It's like the most perfect oversized balloon sleeve. I mean, look at this tiny little wrist. It just has the most billowy look. I've worn this in some videos. This is from Mazal. It's just so exceptionally done. Their stuff is so high quality. It washes super well. I've owned everything I've ever bought from Mazal for years, and everything is so like classically styled. It's gonna be something that's gonna last you season after season, and for me, this is just the best gray sweater I've ever bought. It just fits wonderfully. I feel great in it. It's something you can dress up and wear with like skirts, something you can wear with jeans. I wear it all the time, and it's just so soft and cozy and thick, and it's amazing. They have it in a few colors if they're not sold out, but I got the gray because I just knew I'd wear it all the time, and I was not wrong. This is probably my most worn sweater in my wardrobe for sure. Moving on to more cozy things, I have a few more tops to show off. All of them are from Madewell. The first one is this fleece, which I just think it's so much fun. I love rainbow anything, and I think this is a really nice muted, almost like stained glass pattern, bold, big check situation, and I am a huge fan. I just think this like pairs so easily with a pair of jeans, my Doc Martens, and I just wear this it's like my uniform like every day. I'm like, fleece, Doc Martens, let's go to work. I believe this is on super sale as well. I got it on sale, and Madewell has been having like sales on sales on sales on sales for like 2 months, so definitely check out their site in general if you're looking for some really great winter items, because I'm pretty sure everything is discounted in some capacity. But I did pick this up this season, I want to say back in November, and I have just been loving it so much. Speaking of gray, cozy, warm things, Clay actually got me this for Christmas. It is this like fleece sweatshirt. I love a crew neck sweatshirt. If you've deduced anything about my like clothing patterns when I get home from work, it's I put on sweatpants and a crew neck sweatshirt every single night. And I like this one because it's also like great for hiking, and one that I would feel like I'd wear out and about. And it's so warm. It's just this fleece pullover, and I like that it's not a hoodie because I can wear a turtleneck underneath this really easily for layering. But what I also love, it does have this like front pocket, so you do have that extra storage, I guess, and also just a place to put your hands if you don't have pockets, like if you're wearing leggings or something, if you're again hiking. I just think this is such a warm layering piece, and I have been wearing it so much since Clay picked it up for me, and I just Love it. I just love big gray fleecy things. I just want to stay warm. And the last top I'm gonna show off I love because to me it's like almost like an upscale, dressier version of like a flannel fleece. It's almost like the blousey version of it. And that is this like oversized brown and black check tunic, also from Madewell. It's like a thinner sweater material, so it's definitely warm, but there's something about it. I think it's like the muted color palette or like how it's cut that I feel like I just can wear this with like black jeans and maybe some nicer boots, some, you know, earrings, slick my hair back, and all of a sudden I look very professional, cabin chic. Honestly, it's just how I would try to, you know, describe myself in any professional scenario. Cabin chic. But yeah, this is just warm and it's just nice to have kind of something I can feel comfortable in if I have like a client meeting, but also be comfortable and like feel like I'm dressing like myself. So this has just been something that's been really on repeat this winter, especially going to work, because it's just so easy to throw on. I also feel like it's bold, so it's interesting. It's like not difficult because it's just a pattern. Like I don't actually have to like think, it just goes with everything already. So that's great. The last item I'm gonna show off is a skirt that is from Anthropologie, and one that I just think is so fun and it puts a smile on my face every time I wear it. And it's also one that I feel like I've been wearing obviously in the winter right now, but I feel like it'll be perfect and super easy to wear in the summer as well, with like a white t-shirt and denim jacket. And it's just this like fun rainbow print skirt, and I also like it because the rainbow print to me is a little more muted. The pattern itself is actually called Novelty online, so I just think it's great. It's just like a simple skirt with an elastic, but it's really swishy. So I feel like it has like a weight to it, which makes it just kind of like sit really nicely. When you wear it around, like I feel like it has a nice flow to it. But yeah, like this with a white t-shirt and a denim jacket is like a summer look, but right now I've been wearing it with like that gray sweater I showed earlier, or like a black turtleneck, and it's just been really nice to wear around. I like having things like this that I feel like I can dress up and wear to like a work event if I need to after work, but still feel really comfortable. Like for example, I wore this with like a white button down to a tech conference. It was like a bunch of bros and me in a rainbow skirt, but I felt great, so that's what was important, and I thought I did well at that tech conference, so you know, moving on. All right, so those are all of my clothing favorites of the past few months. A big mix there, but generally speaking, warmth is the main priority. But now I'm gonna move on to some video games. So I have just been loving my Nintendo Switch since I got it 3 years ago. I don't even know anymore, but it's been a big year for game releases, and 2020 is gonna be no different because Animal Crossing is coming out. But I'm particularly gonna chat about Pokemon because I love Pokemon with every fiber of my being. I've played every single one. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. So the new Pokemon coming out with a new generation of, you know, new things to catch was just, the excitement was unparalleled. So I have just been playing this with my whole heart. I've been going through it really slowly because I'm trying to savor every single second of it, and I'm also trying to catch everything. There's one thing I would say about Let's Go Pikachu, which I know it wasn't a perfect game. It really got me back in the catching Pokemon spirit. So now I really enjoy like going around the wild grasses. I like that I can see the Pokemon as well, and like going for new Pokemon that I don't have yet in my Pokédex. So Pokemon Sword has been pretty much my life since I've gotten it, and it's just been great. I know not everyone loves this, but like I am not a big critic when it comes to Pokemon, and I would say the only thing I wish you could do is being able to turn off experience share like you could in Pokemon Black or White. At least I haven't figured out if you can in this, so tell me if I'm wrong, but just to make it a little more challenging. And then for Christmas, I got The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which is this adorable reimagining of this classic game. To say that like little Link in like a chibi form isn't just everything that my dreams could possibly think of, it's just adorable. The colors are stunning. I haven't had a lot of playtime with this yet because I've still just been playing Pokemon, but from what I've been playing, it's just so lovely, visually so well done, and just like a really classic old school dungeon puzzle game, which I just really like. Zelda and Pokemon are my longest tenured game series, and they're always going to be something that I am so like jazzed about when they come out with new games. So I feel like I have to mention these because they're my favorites. So moving on to music, movies, and TV shows. I'm happy to say in the music department, I have been listening to a few different things. First and foremost, Harry Styles' new album. been loving. I bought Harry Styles concert tickets, so I'm going to see him in this summer and I'm jazzed about it. It's just like really fun and easy listening. I haven't been listening to as much music as I used to because I've kind of swapped in a lot of my music time with audiobooks, because audiobooks have been like taking over my life in the best way. I love audiobooks right now, but I have been enjoying Harry Styles' new album quite a bit. Halsey just came out with a new album, and the first couple listen throughs, I've been liking it quite a bit as well, so I did want to mention her because I'm, you know, a fan of Halsey, have been for a while. And then I would say just like the 1975 has been dropping new singles. I'm a big fan of them. I feel like I've mentioned a lot, so been really enjoying those if they've been coming out. But generally speaking, if you guys have music recommendations, please give them to me. Because I've been kind of listening to the same stuff always, so always looking for new things. All right, moving on to movies, which I feel like I've seen a lot. Like I could almost just make a whole video about movies. I'm just gonna keep it to the highlights. First and foremost, Little Women. I loved everything about this movie. I loved how it was filmed. I saw it in 35mm with Clay, and it was such a just like amazing experience. I feel like I see a lot of movies and often, you know, I see it and I'll enjoy it, but I know in the back of my head I probably won't see it again. It was like the opposite feeling when it came to Little Women, because when I saw it I was like, I feel like I'm gonna be watching this so many times in my lifetime. I'm gonna show my children, I'm gonna want to watch it myself. It was just so lovely and it just transported me like back to my childhood, and I loved all of the little changes that were done in this particular adaptation. I just thought it was genius and wonderful, and I loved every single second of it. We also saw A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which, oh gosh, got me right in the feels as well. If you want to cry, see those two movies. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood obviously is like a fictional recounting of the Mr. Rogers story, but it's told from a reporter's perspective who did kind of a expose on Mr. Rogers. He's like this hardened, hard-hitting reporter who did this story on him, and it ended up like Mr. Rogers ended up like saving his life and his marriage, and it's just like the sweetest, most beautiful, real story, but kind of fictionalized for the sake of this movie. And it was shot in such an interesting way. It combined elements of like surrealism, and it just was really lovely, and also one of my favorite movies of the year. And then lastly, we also saw 1917. This I thought was just a really well shot movie. The whole thing is one long tracking shot, and honestly, like some of the images and things that they were able to capture on camera were just stunning, like the shadows and the movement of everything, and again, the fact that it was one long shot was pretty impressive and like visually super stunning. So that was also a really great movie I would recommend. There are still a few movies I have not seen that are on the top of my list. The one on the very top is Parasite, and then from there I also really want to see Uncut Gems. But yeah, but I would say those are my three favorite movies of this movie period, but I've seen a lot, so I might be forgetting one or two, but I would love to hear what you guys have been loving, because movies have just been, I've been loving going to the movies. It's like my favorite activity. Not only for the films, but for the chicken fingers and ranch I'm able to acquire at the Alamo Draft House. God bless. As a Texan, it's the only place in New York City I can get good ranch. All right, and the last section of items I'm gonna talk about is television shows. So I'm gonna divide this into like serious shows that are really good to watch, and then the reality TV shows that are really good to watch too, but also I understand that not everyone loves reality TV like me. Because I watch so much of it. But starting first with great, high quality, critically acclaimed television shows, first and foremost with The Americans. Clay and I have been watching this, and I want to say we're about halfway through the series. We're on season 3. It's so good. This is a spy drama set in the 80s, and it's set in Washington DC, and basically our main characters are like Russian spies. Their cover is being like the perfect American family, and that no one would ever expect them to be Russian spies, and you see them and their family, and they're going through all these different missions. It's super dark, it's very gritty, but it's fascinating and really well shot and super well acted. We're a huge fan. We've watched the first 3 seasons super fast, so one I would really recommend if any of you guys have seen it. I feel like this came out a while ago, but I don't really remember a lot of people talking about it, though I know it was really popular. I don't know, I could just be making that up. But there's just so much good TV nowadays. I feel like things can get lost, especially if they came out a little bit ago. So this is a series, if you've been meaning to watch it, I would recommend, because at least the first 3 seasons have been exceptional. We're also still watching the newest season of The Marvelous Miss Mazal. I think we're kind of trying to savor it because we're such big fans. I'm loving this new season so far. I think we're about halfway through. It has everything I love, like the visuals, the characters, the humor, and you just fall. I just love Miss Mazal, as in the mom, so much. And I just, like, every season I fall in love with her more and more, and this season is like, didn't even realize I could love her more than I did, but I do. And I feel like that might be like a random character choice, but her parents are my favorite. I just think they're hilarious. I think they have such interesting, I don't know, like character quirks, and they're just the best. So I'd say those are the main TV shows we're watching, but I'm also watching, well, I'm in 2 big series rewatches right now. First and foremost, I did watch the newest season of Survivor. I was loving it in the beginning, ended up not loving it at the end. I was rooting for so many characters that just didn't make it, and it was very disappointed, season 39. But I am dying for season 40, the all winners cast. I cannot wait for. I'm like just the most, I just love Survivor so much. Clay got me a Survivor t-shirt, and I like to, you know, I just want to meet Jeff Probst, okay? Like, that's my dream. But I'm really, really pumped for season 40. So in preparation for that, I've been watching, like a few months ago now, I've done all my rewatches of older, like really good seasons, particularly to follow like some of the really good winners to be prepped for season 40. You know, just things I do. Thank God for Hulu, because they have all the seasons on there. I've also been watching old seasons of Top Chef because I actually hadn't rewatched any of them. I've been watching that show since season 1, but I just never, you know, went back and watched any older seasons. Also in preparation for the newest season coming out in March, which is an all-star season, so I again wanted to be like re-familiar with a lot of the cast and make sure I was like fresh and up to date with everything. That has been very enjoyable. That is such a good show. It has just been really fun because I honestly forgot like pretty much everything aside from certain people that I just remember loving a lot, but not really remember any of the storylines, especially from the very early seasons. I've also been rewatching some old The Challenge seasons. I'm trying to get Clay into this show to some success, and Amazon now has this thing where you can like subscribe to an old favorites thing and you can like watch old seasons, and I don't try to pretend like I don't love these shows. A reality competition show is my favorite. And The Challenge, Top Chef, and Survivor are like the creme de la creme. So anyway, I'm watching Rivals 2 right now as we speak, and it's great. I love watching old seasons of The Challenge. So that is my TV consumption over the past 3 to 4 months. Alrighty guys, those are all the things I've been loving recently. Please let me know down below some things you've been loving, as I want to add more things to my list to check out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon with another one soon. Goodbye.